This team has been busy, busy, busy.
I don't think it's a secret how much I want to win. And that's how we got here today. And I think they want to win equally as bad as I do.
Famous American professional basketball player, Portland Trail Blazers Damian Lillard Sr. causing NBA heat. It's been almost 2 months since Portland Trail Blazers point guard Damian Lillard suggested a move to the Miami Heat, and negotiations between the two teams have yet to make much progress. Why is Damian Lillard leaving the Portland Trail Blazers? Let's analyze the real reasons. Damian Lillard has repeatedly said that he wants to compete for the championship. After 11 years in Portland, he decided to move elsewhere to make it happen. Lillard has requested a trade with the Trailblazers, a move that would end the All-Star's 7-time tenure with that team, two people familiar with the matter said Saturday. The team later confirmed that Lillard had made the claim. "We've made it clear that we want Dame here, but he informed us that he wants to go out and play somewhere else," Portland general manager Joe Cronin said in a statement. Team statement on Saturday. "What has not changed for us is that we are determined to win and will do what is best for the team to pursue that goal." According to multiple reports, Lillard is attracting interest from the Miami Heat, Brooklyn Nets, and Philadelphia 76ers. One of the people told the Associated Press that Lillard's preference is Miami, the defending Eastern Conference champions, although that's hardly a guarantee that the Trailblazers will work to facilitate that particular move.
Friends realized that I was better than them, so they kind of started gassing me up like,
Lillard is about to enter a season where he averages 32.2 points for the Trailblazers. He's been selected 7 times for the All-NBA and selected to the NBA's 75th anniversary team, but he has never come close to a title in his 11 seasons in the league. His decision was revealed on day 2 of the NBA's free agency after Portland caused a stir on its first night by signing Jeremy Grant to a 5-year, $160 million deal. No matter how great his resume, Lillard hasn't achieved much postseason success. The Blazers have only won 4 playoffs in their 11 seasons, reaching the Western Conference Finals once in that span. The team won 33-49 last season, the second year in a row that finished well outside the knockout stages. Lillard became all-time leading scorer in Blazers history, surpassing Hall of Famer Clyde Drexler to make his mark in a December 19 game at Oklahoma City.
Dame was a rapper. Dame, scored the most 40-point games in this stretch. Dame has 70. Yeah. They're going to talk about the accolades.
He's the only player in franchise history to win 7 All-NBA titles and only one of 3 players to be named the All-NBA first team while playing for the Trailblazers 2017-18. He was a 7-time All-Star, Kia Rookie of the Year 2012-13, and NBA 75th anniversary team member. He's also won an Olympic gold medal, winning alongside Miami's Bam Adebayo at the Tokyo Olympics, and gloating about how much he loves playing at the Heat Center. In addition to being the top scorer for the Blazers, Lillard is the #1 player in terms of three-pointer shots taken and taken at wide range, and Portland's all-time leader in percentage terms. Will the loss of Lillard bring the bright side to Portland's youngsters? The Portland Trailblazers have been without him since he first wore the black, white, and red jersey. Thick or thin, he's still supporting Portland, but now it looks like they're about to part ways, and the fans who've adored him are now cheering for his move to Dame Dalla. Damian Lillard has dedicated to the city of Portland and the organization of the Trailblazers. He loves Rip City, and they love him too. More than a decade in the West, the NBA world froze when it was reported that one of the league's top scorers, Damian Lillard, had finally filed a trade claim to Portland, which would likely cause him to leave Oregon for the first time since enlistment. He left Weber State in 2012. It seemed like a move that would never happen, largely due to Lillard's loyalty, tough stance against the new aging NBA, and his tendency to be flooded with superstars. Anthony Chiang of the Miami Herald reported this week that the Heat and Blazers are expected to resume commercial talks as training camp begins nearing this date. Blazers general manager Joe Cronin made it clear last month that the team is in no rush to reach an agreement.
"I'll be the first to acknowledge that we're not big enough, we're not long enough, we're not tall enough,"
telling reporters, "We'll be patient. If it takes months, it takes months." He added that Portland will meet his wishes in exchange for the 7-time All-Star trade. Those facing this situation expect the trade talks to continue as the start of the camp draws nearer, said Chang. And if the Heat are the only team making a serious offer for Lillard, the Trailblazers may at least have to involve the Heat in commercial negotiations over health. Training camp for NBA teams begins Tuesday, October 3rd. Most likely the Blazers and Lillard want this situation resolved. In any deal, the goal is to get the best outcome, says Cronin. So for us, it can be many different things. He could be an instant win player, so that should keep us curious. It could be a young player and an option, which would be very appealing. It could just be about choice. We'll look into that too. For us, that's how to maximize that profit, and I don't think we have any set parameters. Dame boomed in Portland after placing 6th overall in the Trailblazers series that is losing relevance in the league. In the era after the era of Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, and Damon Stoudemire at the turn of the millennium, the Blazers had reached the knockout stages 6 times in the 12 years before Lillard joined, but they were eliminated in the first round. These 6 occasions. It will be interesting to see if Lillard gets his wish and lands in Miami. Winning the finals would make the Heat the favorites to represent the Eastern Conference again in the NBA Finals. They finished the West End for a year before bringing Lillard to Portland. He made the cool Trailblazers. In a city full of trendy people, he made Portland stylish. A team that is easy to follow even if it can't keep up with the new super teams. He will continue to do so spectacularly. In the season that followed his Rookie of the Year campaign, he brought the Blazers back to the knockout stages and made it through the first round for the first time since 2000. They were meant to make it to the knockouts for 8 years consecutively, but unfortunately, that came at some point when the Golden State Warriors dominated the Western Conference. They will be knocked out of the knockout stages by the Warriors 3 times and ahead of the Lakers in the bubble. LA will win the NBA championship in a bubble through the end of the COVID-19 gap. Loyalty, because he's such an incredible player that he could have gone anywhere much earlier. So it's been great to get some great years out of him, one of his fellow fans said. In an interview with NBC Sports Northwest Lindsay Wisniewski, Lillard explains why he consistently turns down calls asking him to play in major media market and what leaving Portland would entail. I think with people saying, I want to see it on the big stage and I want to see it come to a larger market and all that, of course, those things have benefits, but no, who wants to never think about it? About disadvantages, if you take this step and it doesn't work out, and it doesn't work, or an injury occurs. If you haven't established a lot of relationships with this team, they picked and it's one person after another, and now that you've been transferred to the third team, things can fall apart. That may never happen, but there are many things you can't control. You have to consider both sides. But for me, my team would have to say, look, we're going in a different direction, and we don't basically want to hold you hostage in which way you want to go. Dame will move to a new city, which will likely be even more competitive with her being added to the roster. There will certainly be new fans of Dame Dollar wherever he goes, and Portland fans will support him from afar. The Blazers can renew talent with each new generation, but until they start turning them into real victories, relearn how to move the championship forward, and maintain enough continuity to pass on those victories. This, then, generational resets will eventually cease. It's already hard to win like that, let alone win everything. The obvious omission on Lillard's resume is the championship, and now he's going to find a way to change that. So what do you think of Lillard's decision? Will this improve his career in fandom? Let us know in the comment box. Don't forget to hit the like button and follow for more similar content.